For any local service business, there's one single tool that can be the difference between a phone that rings off the hook and a phone that's completely silent. Today, we're going to break down exactly what that tool is, your Google Business Profile.
So if you're running a service business, I bet you felt this frustration. You do fantastic work, you've got a great team, but the phone just isn't ringing as much as you think it should. Or, what's even worse, you find out your neighbor just hired your competitor, and they found him with a quick search on their phone. It's a really common problem, and the answer, most of the time, isn't about the quality of your work. It's about your visibility online.
So in this explainer, we're going to walk through this step by step. We'll start with what I call the invisible business problem. Then we'll talk about your digital front door, trace that new journey from a Google search to an actual service call, show you how to take control of your listing, and then finally, connect it all to what really counts, getting more jobs booked.
Okay, let's start with that big problem, being invisible. See, the way customers find a plumber, an electrician, or really any local service it's completely changed. The old ways of getting your name out there, they just don't work like they used to.
Just look at that number, 66%. That's 2/3 of all your potential customers. Their journey to find you doesn't start by seeing your truck drive by or flipping through some phone book anymore. Nope, it starts right here, on a Google search page. This has become the new Main Street where they decide who to hire.
And this is really the bottom line, right here. That first screen of Google search results, especially that little map section you see at the top, that has literally replaced the old-fashioned storefront window. If a potential customer can't see you right there, in that exact moment they need you, then, well, for all intents and purposes, your business just doesn't exist to them.
So, how do you solve this invisibility problem? Well, you've got to build and manage your digital front door. And that front door is your Google Business Profile.
So what is this thing exactly? It's a free tool from Google that lets you control how your business shows up online. The best way to think about it is like the digital version of the sign on your building or the logo on the side of your work truck. It's the very first impression you make, and it shows up right when someone is actively looking for the exact services you offer.
Now, this points to a huge shift in how customers behave. People get everything they need, your phone number, your hours, your reviews, even photos of your work directly from your profile. They often decide who to call without ever having to click through to your website. Your profile itself is the final stop.
So let's look at how this profile creates a super direct path from a customer's problem straight to a phone call to your business. This is the new customer journey, and believe me, it happens a lot faster than you'd think.
Let's just walk through a real-world scenario. A pipe bursts under the sink. Someone whips out their phone, types "plumber near me." Google shows them a map with 3 businesses right at the top. They glance at the star ratings, tap the one that looks the most trustworthy, and right from that screen, they hit the call button. That whole process can take less than a minute. Your Google Business Profile is the absolute critical link in that chain.
And this brings us to probably the most crucial point. There's a massive difference between just having a listing out there on Google and actively managing it. And that difference, it's what determines whether you get the call or your competitor does.
This is a real wake-up call for a lot of business owners. A basic profile for your business can actually be created by anyone, a customer, a random person online, or even Google's own systems. But if you don't claim it and take control, you have zero say. Your hours could be wrong, your address could be out of date, and you definitely can't respond to that one nasty 1-star review that's scaring away customers.
This really shows the power shift perfectly. On one side, you have an unclaimed listing, which is basically a liability. It might be sending customers to the wrong address or just giving them a bad impression. But on the other side, a managed profile puts you in the driver's seat. You get to control the entire story, you build trust by actually talking to your customers in the reviews, and you guide people directly to calling and booking with you. Google sees all that activity, by the way, and starts to trust your business more, which means it's more likely to show you to new customers.
So let's bring this all back home to what really matters most. All of these details, the photos, the reviews, the correct hours, they aren't just for show. They are real tools that directly lead to more jobs on your schedule.
A well-managed profile is basically a lead generation machine. It funnels customers right to your phone. It builds trust before they even have to speak to you, all thanks to those positive reviews you've been collecting and responding to. You can show off photos of your best work, answer common questions right there, and even let customers book an appointment straight from the search page. Every single one of these features is a path to more business.
At the end of the day, this is what local SEO is really all about: getting found and getting booked.
If you want more practical insights on how you can improve your online presence to get more jobs, you should definitely subscribe. And if you need some hands-on help getting this stuff right, Proper Marketers is an excellent resource to check out.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. Is your digital front door wide open, welcoming new customers in? Or is it locked up tight with wrong information and unanswered reviews, just letting all those potential jobs walk on by? Taking control of your Google Business Profile is the first and honestly the most powerful step you can take to make sure you're open for business, right where all your customers are looking.